upgrade to the next model.
Correct. 100%. 100%. 100%. Yep. And I see that in the longer term as a series of classes. This is why, again, I've wanted to set this up. It's email classes that take you through. Yeah. It's an open platform where you can learn what you want to learn. It's an open forum where you can ask what you need to ask. And there's people around the community that have got like-minded values. Right? So somebody was looking to have a marketing discussion around their business online, and they said that they knew that we work with Asad in Pakistan and blah blah in Ching Chong, wherever that is, and this person in Australia. They've got choice of what I'll call Anthony's proven that these people can add value, and this is the reason why. Yeah. And it's like valued people. We're contributing.
And this community will be based on the website, because it will be something like a social media within the system.
Correct. Well, social media within the system, yes. Equally, you've got to have your social media platforms like your Facebook. So that's where I'm seeing that we have a Facebook community, which we've got. We've got the pages there, right? I think it's like a 6-month strategy that we actually have that as an open community, not a locked up group community. Yeah. And it's got business growth question theme. Yeah. And we call it, so I've got a banner which I'll forward on to you. And the banner is Vuente. It's a call to action, which is a phone number. I am focused on targeting Australia for this discussion, for starters, and the reason for that is that we can sort of error-proof before we take it to a bigger platform again. We can refine our processes and make sure everything's working before we go too big and end up on our face.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one question because as I understand this community based on the Facebook page, can you give me 3 of what you see as our biggest competitors for Vuente?
If you look up the business marketplace, I see that is a similar theme to what's going on. Are they a competitor to me? No. Are they a model that I can look at and reflect and learn from? Yes. And what that is a community, and I don't know what other people are out there in Facebook doing a similar thing. But I know this guy's in Australia. He's what I'll call a colleague / we've had a lot of discussions, and I go to his networking events. He's come from speaking on stage for years, and is a salesman. And his model is like your local market. In Pakistan, you might have the local market where you go down the street and you buy your groceries, I'll call it. Yeah. And his model, his vision, when he was walking through the market, was if small businesses had a platform or an environment to come and meet, buy, sell, connect, then that would be a pretty good thing. Yeah.
Okay, so he's providing a platform for everybody to connect.
He's providing an offline platform that he's now trying to take to what I'll call his global app. Yeah. Now his global app is his global community tool. Yeah.
Right.
Where he can actually connect people globally and actually start to transact business. Yeah. Which is a great vision. Yeah. Now I've said to him, for the record, 100% record, I've said to him that I see that our visions are the same. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the vision I've had was not like his where people could come to this place. But if 80% of small businesses fail in the first 5 years, what's somebody doing about it? Why do 80% of businesses fail? And there's 3 reasons, in my opinion. Yeah. Themselves, they don't know what they don't know. Yeah. The challenges of business is the pressure that it can create. Again, because growth can kill, I'll call it. Yeah. Yeah. And cash.
Exactly, cash is the biggest. I think the first one you made it perfectly, that themselves, and that means they don't have that knowledge, they don't do that kind of research they want to do before starting the business. And number 3, they don't have been a part of that community where people can guide them.
Correct. And this is where I'm saying, Anthony Gardner, I'm recording this again because I want to share some of this conversation with somebody else locally. Yeah.
Right.
As strategy on marketing.
Yeah.
It's really, I think, this is where I bring my Anthony Gardner digital coach. Right? The harsh reality is that I will not live in overwhelm again. Yeah. If I move into pressure of that type, I will say fuck off. You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And my model of business is, if you can't watch a 5-minute video to help your life move forward, then I haven't got 5 minutes more to give to you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless we're aligned and we're working on what I'll call my vision to get to my destination, which is not living overwhelmed for me to have a balanced life. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't need to be, pardon the pun, I don't need to be somebody else's bitch and wipe their ass for them as well. Yeah?
Exactly. Yeah.
We've all got to go through the basic education to run our own business. And if we can't invest in ourselves to grow our business, which is learn our systems or implement these systems, I'm not here to be an employee. Yeah?
Exactly. That is called the change management. If people are not able to change themselves for good, then there is no need to help them, and nobody can help them.
Correct. Now, I've categorically told one client to go away and not direct those words, because quite frankly, I'm not prepared to continue wiping your ass.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a straight message.
That person got pissed with me because we had a week's strategy and it was Thursday, and I asked him, how are you going with this particular content or activity, so that when I arrived on the next Saturday meeting, which was out of my normal working hours for his convenience, his reply to me was, I haven't had the time, I haven't done anything. So on the Saturday when I arrived at the meeting, his first question was, where's your laptop? And I said, I feel there's no purpose to me bringing my laptop when you haven't been able to implement from our last week's session.
Exactly, yeah.
And it went into what I'll call conflict. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
And then it turned into, you know what, I'm not here to be your employee. I'm here to be your business system analyst. I'm here to actually support you and grow your business. But I'm not here to run around and chase your tail if you can't do the activity.
Exactly, yeah. Then there is no purpose of training.
And that's why I want to go to a digital coach and be called a digital coach rather than a consultant who works with these people just to waste time. I value my time too highly. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. That's the most important thing. So I think keeping in mind our discussion, if we have to portray that on the website, so are we giving people that when they sign up, they can set up their page, for example, with their picture, with their information, with their social media links, so we can connect them to our community and create a small discussion kind of a system within our website, so they can ask things one by one and it will be recorded on the website.
There is what I'll call a forum capacity, Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I was going to go into it really was about getting the Vuente name out there first. Yeah. And strategically, if looking forward is what you're asking, and strategically the answer is yes, we can create a forum. Yeah. I would like to have, if and I haven't got the factual number in my mind, but really you have a series of core, I'm going to call it 5 without me knowing the number off the cuff, but really you have your marketing. Yeah. You've got no business before you begin your marketing. If I don't put myself in front of somebody, which is marketing, and then start the conversation, which is marketing, until they know what I do, then they're not going to actually ask me. So that's all marketing. When I say, what about we do business together, that's turning into sales.
Exactly.
When they say yes, that is sales. Yeah.
Exactly.
Now I've actually got, so that's marketing and sales equals operations. We've got to produce something.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
Yep,
Things they are linked to each other. Exactly.
Yeah. Now that we've transacting on a commercial sense because it's a business, we've got to raise an invoice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, if we break it down to the basics, we've got after sales support. Yeah.
Yeah.
So after sales support means that. Sorry.
Yeah, that is customer support after the sale. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Now, under each of those layers or pieces of the core business, you've got a mile deep that you can go. Marketing, you can go 10,000 miles deep under that one top word. Yeah.
Yeah.
But really, if you break it down, your question is going to come back into one of those core areas. Yeah. So if I had a forum, I would want my forums to be based around the core messages. Does that make sense?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So I've got a marketing question, I take it to my marketing forum. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a sales question, I go to the sales forum. And the people that are in those forums are strength people looking at those specific areas of their business.
Exactly. Yep. And we have I think we have especially more business based typically 3 to 5 categories, something like marketing, sales, technical, and you can say operations. Correct. Because these 4 are the basic problems of the people which you like to help them.
Correct. And I just feel like to be in the Vuente business community or centre, or be, it's kind of like, it's an open community, but the $17, and this is probably an extreme part of the conversation, and I'm just going to show you this particular page, right? It's what I'll call how can we help, right? And it's what I'll call my contribution back, yeah? And that is that 5% of the money that I make from the online venture will actually go back into supporting the whole mental health side of things. Yeah?
Yeah.
So the contribution, even though you're paying $17, 5% of that is actually going back into recontribution to people who are struggling. And there are 100% business owners out there who have been through these struggles. I'm factual one, yeah?
Yeah, so it's helping back the community.
Correct. Yeah, because we understand that it's not that easy all the time. Yeah. Now, in amongst the 5% contribution, we're also actually absorbing the cost. The Vuente, the business, is also absorbing the cost to manage that 5% and what have you. So as an organisation, our board needs to be in control of that money and where is it going to go. So it's a trust. Exactly. So there's a trust account. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. People can trust, so they will use that money, and they will invest their own management cost with it.
Correct. Now I know that that's a very big holistic picture, I get that and I respect that. I get it, yeah. But I truly feel, I truly believe that we've got the right tools to do it now. Yep.
Exactly, yeah. It's been so long and you have invested too much in respect to time and money that I think we have that kind of thing in the hand now. Just we have to connect the best part to the best position.
Correct. And that's now about marketing to the niche market. To me,
Exactly, yeah.
what I've said is that as a blog post comes through and it's relative to an Odoo developer, let's say, for the conversation, our message going on Facebook is that message is going to Odoo developers, let's say, to get involved in our Vuente developer community, just for the discussion.
Exactly,
When we're talking to the small business owner who wants a CRM system, we're basically competing against your MailChimp ads. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so I think if we can summarize the discussion, so what are the first 2 or 3 things we need to work on the start?
First, the first thing is to break it into our target market / products. Yeah.
Right.
Now that we know our products, our standard products, and I think actually this has been said between us last time. Now that we understand our products, where are we going for our target market? Yeah. The network, I'll call it this, the starter or the networker, and the business builder are our first 2 products. Yeah.
All right.
Because I think one will actually buy the other before they actually buy the other. Does that make sense? So I see
Exactly, yes. Step.
Yep. And it's in Australia. Yep. For the record, I'm looking for 40 people total to sign up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you told me, yeah.
Because I'm not ready to grow in a way that I get inundated with questions. I'm happy to grow. Very happy to grow the community, but I'm not ready to offer the service, the software, and explode something. Yeah.
So we have 10 already signed up.
Yep. And these are what I'll call setup partners for this discussion.
Okay, and I think going with this discussion and the last point you have made, I think we should have a 5 to 10 question form on the website. On that question form,
is this a survey?
Yeah, it's a survey, because you see you discuss about 2 different packages, a starter, networker, and the second one. So we like to differentiate the traffic coming onto the website, and then we'll like to introduce them which package is suitable to them. So when they answer that survey of about 10 questions, then we come to know, okay, they don't know anything about Odoo, the starter package is for them, and if they know something, we will offer them the second package.
Yep.
That will differentiate, and the traffic will also be happy that they answered the question, and then based on to that information, we have offered them something.
Yep. Yep.
So what do you think about this?
Yep. No worries.
So I think you are the best person in respect to Odoo technical, you can say, assessment. So if you can prepare this 10 question, and then if Lara can put into the website and I will market them, then the community people will come to the website and answer them, and based on that analysis we start offering them the different products.
Yep. Yep. So
that is, I think, is a good startup, and based on that information we'll set some leads, can convert them into the sales.
Yep. Now, one of the tools that I found very, very good for me is Mindamo and mind mapping. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The reason that I've found it good is because it becomes what I'll call a project management dashboard that's really, really basic to use and communicate around. Does that make sense? So
exactly, yeah, that's the last time we saw that.
making you make some maps and then I follow them up with that.
Yeah. Now I think that this time we should actually start to say, well, all right, well let you create the map. You,
Right.
yeah, you create a map. We start to work on what I'll call a central tool. Yep, where we
Right.
can expand our core. You know, let's call the project taking Vuente to market.
Right.
And today's discussion is what I'll call a video that I can put on Wistia for this discussion, whereby we can
Right.
start to share that with our marketing department as we start to talk through this. That makes sense?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Now, after this discussion, at the close of this discussion / meeting, you've got 10 questions that you see would come to a survey. And I'm saying, no problem.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, you give me the 10 questions, I'll get the survey built. Vuente system can actually build the survey and hold it, so we don't need to go to Survey Monkey. We can do it in-house.
Right. Perfect.
Yep. And I'll initiate the marketing. I'll call it the Take Vuente to Market project map. Yep.
Yeah.
I
That's fine.
will share that with you, and we will test whether or not you can actually edit and add as we go.
Right. Yeah. That's
Yep.
perfect.
Yep.
Right.
All right. Well, how about we close out there, and we're going to work on the 10 questions and the map, the project map.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Agree?
Yeah. 10 questions on the survey. I will work on that and then forward it to you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay,
I'll
thank you.
I'll probably we'll talk again soon.
Sure.
Thanks, mate. Bye bye. See ya.
Bye bye.